All right, 99.9 Punk World Radio FM. We got Scarborough, Ontario's own. We got Trigger X right here, courtesy of Wham Productions. Guys, how are you doing all the way out there in Scarborough tonight?
We're
Pretty
good.
good. Thanks for asking.
Thank you for asking.
I gotta say, I've been super excited for this interview since we got connected through Wham Productions. I've been loving what you guys have been doing. I know you guys been in the punk rock scene since 2010, man. You guys have been doing a lot of phenomenal things for the punk rock community here in Ontario.
We try our best to put the punk rock out there, So it's hard, but the music scene right now it's really different from a few years ago, So at least we're still alive and kicking.
And speaking of 2010, that's when it all started for Trigger X, where you guys actually came together. But I have to ask, what is the story just behind this band? Like, how did you four actually first meet and come together to form this phenomenal punk rock band?
Actually, in the first earlier days, the name of the band was Trigger only, and so we were with other people, and me and Andy actually in a different band before. So and then we hooked up, and hey, what's up?
And
you want
work out the Trigger,
Yeah.
the Trigger group. So
Yeah.
we, that's why we're calling it Trigger X. It's supposed to be X Trigger because
Yeah.
we're ex members of Trigger.
Yes.
But yeah,
So
nothing really special about it. It's just we just
and then
wanted the name with the X because
yes,
our home recording studio is Legion X. We kind of
Legion
like
X, yes,
make it sound like
yes,
X.
everything X.
And I gotta say, it's actually really cool that you guys are actually former band members of Trigger, and then you got to just slap the X on it. But when you guys were coming up with Trigger X, I guess what I should say, the additional X on Trigger, was there any other band names that actually you guys were thinking about that were kind of on the table to choose from, or was it simply just Trigger X that you guys came up with?
I think we just think of just to put the X on it because it's mostly he's the one who named the band. So.
I was supposed to name it as Fixstein, but yeah, I guess Trigger X.
And I said no,
better, yeah.
no, it doesn't. It's not gonna work. So that's why we put the X in there, and then that's it. And then we was like, let's go. We go and do some gigs and stuff.
But you know what? I like it. It's short, sweet, to the point. I mean, former members of Trigger, ex-members, you slap the X on there. I like it, man. It's easy. I like
It's
it.
easy. That's it.
And you guys have a really great twist on your music as well. You guys play original music in English, Japanese, and other languages as well. I have to ask, man, like, do you guys find it difficult to transition to different languages within the same set? Or does it all just come naturally to you guys up there on the stage?
Just naturally.
It's natural because the thing is, we have a Japanese guy in the group,
Yeah.
and then
I'm studying a little bit Japanese.
Japanese,
And my wife, because my wife is Japanese.
Yes, that's why.
And then he can sing in Ilocano.
No, in Waray.
Waray.
Yeah.
Waray.
So it's different dialect from the Philippines. We're different, So we do put all of them together as much as we can, and see which one fits and can be remembered easily. So, and then it works out, and for the songs, and it's good. We like it, so hopefully, everybody likes it. So.
And I gotta say, it's actually a phenomenal way for you guys to do your music and do your sets because it's very diverse. It's not just set to one language. People in Japan can listen to it. People here in Canada can listen to it. So honestly, it's a broaden your guys' horizons, listener base.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And September 6th of 2014, you guys released a cover of Fresh for Lulu, Postcards from Paradise. Looking back 11 years ago, what actually made you guys decide to put your own twist on such a phenomenal song?
Actually, I know Nick Marsh, the singer, well, the late Nick Marsh. So I always wanted to cover that song.
Yeah,
So I
me
asked
too.
him if I could do it. He said like sure. So yeah, And then he sent me the lyrics of the song. So and that's it.
And then we did the cover.
Yeah, I did a
And
cover.
it was nice of
We
them.
just did it in our basement. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Recorded it.
it's all
That's it.
DIY.
DIY recording that time. And
And did Lulu ever actually reach out and actually give you guys any praise for that? Like, did they ever actually like kind of come to you and be like, "Hey, I really love what you guys did"? Because I do know sometimes other bands do actually happen to hear the covers and actually do give praise to up and coming bands like yourselves.
Did you guys even heard the song that we covered? Do you think?
Huh?
Did he hear the
Nick
song?
Marsh?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. I sent him an MP3 before posting it online.
yes.
Yeah, we have a conversation messenger. Yeah.
And then the lyrics that it sent, it's not just a lyric, it's just like a poster with an autograph on it.
Yes. It was cool. It was cool of them. Cool of him.
I did a what's called a short, not a short, reel.
Hmm.
Yeah, like a real video about that actually.
And also, January 12th of 2024, you guys actually released the amazing 12-track album titled Regret. I was wondering, what is the story behind this phenomenal record?
Oh, it's just a collaboration of like we have a lot of songs, and then we pick those. Not all of them are really connected to each other, but it just happened that I guess the first release we thought that maybe we missed some of the songs that we'd like to add to that one. So what happened was we just decided to like maybe we should put everything here on this next album, even like the ones that we think are the B songs. Yeah.
What's the song about? Like, what's the inspiration behind the song?
Just it's all mixed up, so I don't know. Maybe we could answer.
No, you're the,
I don't know. Like it's for me, it's just like
when you wrote the song, like,
you're the one who thought of the title. We can regret. So
I like Regret because of the one of the song is Regret, right? It's because of,
okay, maybe about regret. Regret is about my daughter actually. Like when she's like making mistakes. So she's the one who started in that song, like the one that's talking in Japanese. That was my daughter. Because every time she makes a mistake, she does tantrum and all that. So I just made that song for her actually.
and then what are the
It's
others?
about growing up.
Yes.
You know, and
65 Mom and all that stuff, right?
Yeah. And a lot of the songs in that album are very personal.
Yes.
Especially like there's a song there called 65 Mom.
Yeah, 65 Mom.
Actually, I wrote that song because of Edwin's mom.
My mom passed away a couple of years ago, so that's how. And yeah, because it's mostly for all the mothers that when you're growing up, sometimes you don't think
You're rebellious.
and you
yeah.
don't think about what you're doing, but even for all of that, our moms are always with us, right?
I think the reason why I wrote that song too is because it's my first time to see him like really sad, like really sad, like very different. Like you always like laugh and and I see him like a very strong person, but that time it's like, oh wow, like I really felt like I have to write the song. So yeah.
And Mike actually just commented and said, "Great album." And I gotta say, I definitely agree with Mike. My two favorite songs is actually "Ghost in You" and "Porky the Pig."
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah, we are the bad guys there. Actually.
Yes.
Yeah, we are the bad guys. We are the ones that are like staying away from the
Ghost in You is about
like
somebody that stays here or something like that.
a friend who passed away. Yeah.
Cannot go through the
Can accept
why,
life and
yeah.
why there's certain dramas in her life. So
she's still staying around,
and go ahead. That's your interpretation.
Yeah,
So,
that's my interpretation, right? Somebody
Anything
say
else,
that doesn't. But I think everybody is have a different interpretation out of it. But Who knows? How about you? What's your interpretation about the Ghost in You?
I gotta say, it's a little bit of everything of what you said, man. It's one of those songs that it's one of those songs I feel like if you listen to it, everyone can kind of come up with a different meaning. It's one of those
That's what it.
transparent type of songs.
Yeah, we try to make it more, I guess, more general.
Uh,
I don't know,
like
so
at
that
least
they'll,
everybody can
relate to it,
to
yeah.
all the songs. But the thing is, our style, I think, if I may, is like it's like a post punk with a little bit alternative, with a little bit of what do you call it,
Noise.
new
Yeah.
wave. So that's why when you hear all of our songs, sometimes it's not really punk, and sometimes there's like a little bit of new wave in it, and sometimes too it's like a little bit of grunge too. So it's like everybody is a different, different genre. So I think it works out for all of us that have different genre, and then we put them together. So I guess it's okay.
And speaking of these amazing songs, because obviously, as we all know, that these songs all have very special meanings to you. Do you guys find that sometimes these songs are difficult for you guys to perform on stage? Like, what song hits really close to home still to this day when you guys are on that stage? Because you guys are really sharing intimate moments and sometimes losses with your audience on that stage.
For me, 65 Mom.
65 mom, yeah.
65 Mom
And regret maybe.
and Regret. What's the other one?
New Land, New Home.
Yes, that one. Because we
New Land, New
came
Home,
to this country. A new land, new home is a new place where you put your new life in, and go back to zero. And it's like planting a what do you call this, a seed in the soil, and then you're waiting until it grows, and hopefully it will have fruits to in the future. So that's how sometimes we feel when we came to this country, Canada, that we
But we
love.
already adapt those.
Well, we adapt
We
already,
already
but
adapt.
that's the about the song. But it's
Like the struggles, basically.
The
There's like
struggles,
some struggles and stuff like that. Some of us, when we started here, like for example, for myself, I was alone. I don't have my parents. I don't have any relatives
Yeah.
here. So like I try to meet other people.
yeah,
Try
and
to
then we used to
yeah.
I used to skateboard with the bunch of people, and then was like, oh, let's go to Andy. Who's Andy? Oh, that guy, whatever. And then we go, and then it's like, hey, and then we met from one of our friends. So I was like, and then I didn't know that he was in the band that time, and then it was like, oh, I'm in the band too. So we were in different bands that time, and those days. So and then we, we what do you call this? Been friends for a while. Hopefully, we're still friends. Well, we are actually. Well, and Kitosh too. Kitosh, we know from other friends too, and he has a different band. And our handsome Japanese guy here, he was had a friend.
He's in a Japanese punk band.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I know that his wife, and then she said
They
like
used to work.
Looking
and
for
he's
guitar.
looking for like guitar player, and then I joined.
yeah. So and then we did the X, and then that's it. Right?
Sorry, we're just nervous. That's why we're acting like this.
Hey, you know what? At the end of the day, don't be nervous. I mean, at the end of the day, you guys are phenomenal, talented musicians, and I'm telling you, like, don't get nervous because you're here. You know what I mean? I know you guys aren't playing instruments or anything, but
No, I'm
just
more
pretend just pretend nobody's watching.
It's joking.
I'll be like, oh.
No, all good.
But no, speaking of actually playing instruments and when being on stage, June 28th at the Rock Pile, you guys are going to be taking the stage for the Genital Grinder Canadian album release show. I was wondering if you can actually tell us a bit more about that, and of course, how did you happen to land on the Genital Grinder album release show?
Oh, because I know the drummer. Actually, I know them from the Philippines, and then the drummer is already living here in Canada, and so I think he just like it's just a Canadian release of their album, their latest album, and then he just asked us if we want to play for that show. That was it. Yeah.
And we said yes. Right? So
And also, it's a rock pile as well. Like, the rock pile is such a phenomenal venue as well. So, I mean, obviously, it's a great lineup of bands, but also it's a rock pile. So, realistically, how could you say no?
Yes. Oh, we played once in a rock band.
Twice already. Actually.
twice.
Oh, no.
Twice.
In my case, it's once for the album launching way back
Yeah.
2015 or 16.
Yeah.
There was
The
like
compilation
a
one.
compilation
Compilation,
album that
there
we
was-
did. It was really fun playing a rock band. Yeah,
That was
we-
2015, I think. Yeah, we played there. It was a compilation CD launch, and we were one of the bands. So, yeah, we just played there. That was our first time playing there, actually.
It's just too bad that they closed the one here at Scarborough. Rockpile Scarborough. So it was.
I actually did not know they closed that. When did they close the rock pile in Scarborough?
I don't.
I think it only opened like for a
Few months.
few months, and then
Yeah, because I was like even like, hey,
now it's a maybe like a condo.
I'm not. We
condominium.
don't really know why they closed it, but it's just it was. We have a rock pile here. It would be nice for everybody from Scarborough, right? To have gigs here, but what can we do?
And also, as we just spoke about a few moments ago, we spoke about your amazing album that came out January of last year. But jumping into this year, is there going to be any more Trigger X music this year in 2025? If so, what can the fans expect from the new music when it does actually get released?
Yes, I'm actually just finishing up the mixing of all of the songs. Well, I'm not sure if I can finish them before Mess, but we're thinking of releasing them before the Mess gig, at least online. We're not sure about physical copies yet, but at least post them online. On music platforms.
So
streaming
we
platforms.
recorded some new songs too. So we started recording sometime in November last year.
Yeah.
So we're in the
process
of mixing them, mastering. So
Yeah, it's all DIY.
they'll be out soon, hopefully.
And speaking of Mest, July 11th, 2025, you guys will be taking the stage as you'll be opening for Mest in Hamilton, Ontario at the Music Hall on their Canadian tour presented by Wham Productions. What can your fans actually expect from this up-and-coming performance? And of course, where can we actually snag ourselves a ticket today?
There's a link for it.
Yeah, there's a link for it. I think it's
It's in the post.
One Productions.
Yeah, there should be a link. Is it the poster? I'm not even sure.
The poster and then
Maybe in the. I'm not sure if it's in the poster, but I think Wham already advertised it on like social media. So
and then regarding the songs, so we just play again all original songs, and then hopefully
hope it
I
like-
think the fans of Mast will also appreciate.
Yeah, we're just hoping that we get
They will
accepted.
This is the first time like we're playing like a front pack of
a big
A big band, yeah,
a
successful band.
accessible band. So we will try our best.
Well, I can tell you for one thing, Vince of Wham Productions has a very great mind for music. So I know for sure, if he didn't think you guys would coincide with Mest, he wouldn't have booked you. So I know that he saw something in you guys, and I'm pretty sure he knows that them Mest fans are absolutely going to eat up Trigger X's music.
Hope so.
we're glad.
That's why
Yes,
we're
consider
we're
us.
thankful for
Yeah, very thankful.
Thankful
Yeah,
for-
thank you, Wham.
for
Thank
letting
you,
us play and
Pop
open.
World Radio
Yeah.
too for exposure.
Yes.
Hey, well, I gotta say when Wham actually sent me some Trigger X music, I listened to it and I was like, this excuse my language, but I was like, this is the shit. I gotta play this like right now. I didn't even wait. I normally put song submissions in the radio station airwaves in the morning. I didn't even wait till the morning. The moment I heard it, I ran in the studio and uploaded it. I was like, I have to get this in like ASAP.
Oh,
Thank you very
That's
much.
much appreciated.
But I have to ask, guys, aside from the brand new music that's coming out that I'm super excited to hear when it does, and obviously the Mesh show, and of course the album release show, what is next for Trigger X? Like, is there anything we happen to miss during this evening's interview that you guys still want to talk about or promote? Well, we still got you here live on the radio tonight.
I think we're focusing more on the new songs right now. So
Yeah.
for and then
Mostly recording.
Hopefully we'll get an album launching real soon.
Yeah.
Before hopefully this summer. So that's our target. And then
For the whole album,
hopefully more shows soon.
and hopefully more shows. We will see. Right now, the most show that we're gonna do is this gig that we're gonna go with the Mess. We're gonna be opening for them, and then after that, it's mostly go back to the drawing board and do the other songs that we have that are still, on the what do you call this? Well,
We have a lineup already of songs that we want to record. Basically, they're done. But what's funny is like we have a bunch of songs we play live with no lyrics yet. It's all like on the spot.
Make up.
Make up on the spot. So usually, like when we start recording, that's the only time we put the lyrics. But there's of course like while we're playing it, like, there's a theme already,
Yes.
and it's kind of building up as we play. We keep playing, and then there's like usually the chorus part is already done. It's just like the verses. Sometimes it changes like that, and then we just solidify it when we start,
do
when we
the
start recording.
recording.
Yeah. So that's something that we want to share. It's kind of weird, but yeah. We start with the music first before the lyrics, actually. We start with the melody first when we're making songs.
And before we part ways here tonight, guys, how do we go about following Trigger X across all social media platforms? That way we can stay updated on all the shows and all the new music that is to come this year in 2025.
So we have a website that showcases all our songs that they can listen to the old ones and
Even the demos, yeah.
Yeah, with the demos.
So it's called triggerx.ca. And then we also have like on social media we have a Facebook page called TriggerX Music, and then same thing with Instagram. And I believe we have X as well.
Yeah,
and
but we're not
Threads,
very active, I
whatever.
think, with X, right?
Yeah, but we're more on the Instagram and Facebook.
I think Facebook mostly.
Mostly, yeah.
And I gotta say, first and foremost, guys, thank you so much for giving not only myself, but the radio station airways a bit of your time. It was such an honor speaking with you. I hope you guys have a wonderful night, and I'm pretty sure down the line we definitely shall talk again here soon.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
same here.
And thank you
Thank
for
you very much
having
for
us.
Thank you for having us.
Hey, you're most certainly welcome, guys. You guys make great music, so when Wham reached out, it was a no-brainer, man. So thank you so much, guys. We definitely shall chat soon.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.